What started off as a small lie but then snowballed into, this is my life now? I told my new coworkers I was lactose intolerant to avoid sharing birthday cake, and now 3 years later, I'm the office's designated dairy-free expert who gets consulted on every restaurant choice, party menu, and somehow ended up planning the company's first Lactose Awareness Week. It started my first week at this marketing firm in 2021. There was a birthday party for someone I barely knew, and they had this elaborate chocolate cake that looked amazing, but I was trying to lose weight. Instead of explaining my diet, I just blurted out, "Sorry, I'm lactose intolerant," when offered a slice. Simple white lie, right? Except my coworker Sarah immediately got super concerned and started asking detailed questions about my condition. Before I knew it, she was Googling dairy-free alternatives and taking notes. The next week, Sarah brought in special lactose-free cookies, just for me. I had to eat them and pretend to be grateful while internally panicking about how far this was going. Then it escalated. Every office lunch became a production. "We can't go to that Italian place because Mike can't have cheese," Sarah would announce, even though I love pizza. I started carrying Lactaid pills as props, pretending to take them before meals. Month 2, I became the accidental spokesman for lactose intolerance. New employees would get briefed about my dietary restrictions. The office manager started stocking the kitchen with almond milk specifically for me. By month 6, I was getting emails asking for restaurant recommendations that were Mike-friendly. I had to research actual lactose-free places and pretend I'd been there. I became an expert on dairy alternatives I'd never tried. The turning point was when our CEO decided to make the office more inclusive and asked me to consult on making all company events accommodating for people with dietary restrictions. Suddenly, I'm in meetings discussing lactose-free catering options for 200-person conferences. Year 2 brought the ultimate challenge, the company retreat. I spent 3 days at a resort pretending to carefully read every menu, asking servers detailed questions about ingredients, and watching everyone else enjoy the amazing cheese buffet while I ate plain salad. But the absolute peak was when HR asked me to give a presentation during Diversity and Inclusion Week about living with lactose intolerance in the workplace. I had to research symptoms, statistics, and coping strategies like I was writing a medical thesis. I gave a 20-minute PowerPoint presentation to 150 employees about the hidden challenges of dairy sensitivity. People were taking notes. The CEO praised me for my courage in sharing my personal struggles. That's when I realized I was too deep to back out. I'd accidentally become the office's lactose intolerance advocate. People started coming to me with their own digestive issues, thinking I was some kind of expert. Last month, the company won an award for Most Inclusive Workplace Environment, and they specifically mentioned their accommodations for employees with food sensitivities. I had to smile and accept congratulations for inspiring positive change. The worst part? I genuinely started feeling guilty eating dairy at home. My girlfriend thinks I'm having some kind of psychological break because I'll order a cheeseburger, then spend 10 minutes explaining how some days are worse than others with my fake condition. Now I'm planning the company's first ever Lactose Awareness Week, with educational seminars, dairy-free cooking demonstrations, and a partnership with a local lactose-intolerant support group that I had to secretly join to get credible information. 3 years later, I'm basically living a double life as a lactose-intolerant person who secretly loves cheese but can never admit it without destroying my entire professional reputation, all because I didn't want a slice of birthday cake.